På grensen mot Gasa ligger kibbutsen Sirim. Den 7. oktober ble kibbutsen invadert av Hamas-terrorister. På vårt besøk her møtte vi Michal Rahav, som guidet oss rundt i kibbutsen. Hun er en av de som overlevde denne blodige dagen. Her er hennes sterke fortelling av det hun opplevde 7. oktober.
I live in kibbutz Sirim. This is my home. I have 3 children. I'm married and 2 dogs. On October 7th, 6:30 in the morning, we were woken up to a lot of alarms, red alerts going again and again and again. It didn't stop. And I was tearing my children out of their beds and we were running into the safe room. We understood very quickly that this is something different than what we experienced before as in escalations. And my husband, he's a police officer in operational unit, so he has weapons. So my husband, he wants to be cautious. He said, okay, he puts on us children bulletproof vests, and he gives me his private gun. He gives me like a crash course in how to shoot. And then we hear shooting, like really, really close to us at the end of our path at the parking lot. And we don't understand why they're shooting in the kibbutz, but maybe it's soldiers, but then why would soldiers be shooting in the kibbutz? And then it goes on, and then we see 5 people coming on the path towards our house with the green bands, and we understand that it's terrorists. And at that same moment, we hear shouting in Arabic from the back part of the house. So something like just clicks in my mind. I run back to the safe room. I close the door. I tell the children, get on the floor now, be quiet. And I'm standing like this with the gun to the door. My husband is outside. He doesn't come in. And then we hear glass breaking. And then we hear gunshots inside the house just beyond the safe room's door. And we understand that my husband is in battle. And then the door opens and I'm like ready to shoot. And then my husband comes in and he said, they just try to get in and I shot them. And as he finishes that sentence, they start spraying the house all around, on the window, on the doors. We hear it. It goes on for about 2 minutes. And then it becomes quiet for a few seconds. We hear some kind of racket outside. We don't understand what it is. And then there's just explosions starting to go. At that point, they took out our electricity and we're in the dark. The whole room is filled with smoke and gunpowder, and we have ringing in our eyes, in our ears. And we understand that this is for our life now. So, I was thrown back from the explosion. My husband, he picks me up, and we look at each other, and we say, okay, we fight till the last bullet that we have. We're not backing down. They're not getting to my children. So he's standing in front of the door with his weapon, and I'm standing behind him with the gun. Children are on the floor, silence. And we just wait for them to come in. But they decide to leave. They don't come back for another few minutes. We hear again racket inside the house, and outside the house shooting again. And we're in that situation up until 4 o'clock in the afternoon when the IDF come and rescue us.
Det store spørsmålet jeg stiller meg er hvordan man klarer å gå videre etter en slik voldsom opplevelse.
It's hard to understand how we managed to go through it. But when the IDF came, we didn't have time to understand what was going on. When we opened the door, we saw the whole house destroyed. And there was nothing left, only the clothes that we had. And the soldiers tell us, we have to go now, we have to go now. And now, if we were sitting in the safe room, the missiles weren't the issue, so now they're an issue again, as well as terrorists still in the kibbutz. And we're running. I'm running with my children and my 2 dogs from the house to here. And everything is smoke and fire and rockets going off and explosions. And you just don't understand what is going on. And then we come here, and little by little, every family joins and joins and joins until they collect everybody from the houses. There are still terrorists in the perimeter. We can still hear the battles going on. And we stay here, over 450 people, till October 8th. They also they destroyed our cars. They burned everything. So my car, it was shot. I mean, the glasses were all broken, but it worked. And because we have two big dogs, so we said, okay, let's take the car with us, even though it's a complicated drive. So my kids are sitting on glass in the back seat over there, and I'm driving. I have a bulletproof vest on me, and my husband sitting next to me with his weapon like this, because from the city of Fakim up until Eshkol Regional Council, there are still terrorists, even on October 8th, and we don't take a chance. So we're driving like this until we get to Beersheba, and then I pull the car on the side, and then I break down. That's the first time that I was like emotionally connected to the event, and I couldn't. I broke down. I was hugging everybody, and it was very difficult. And then we continued the drive to Eilat, and then we were there for 4 months, living in a hotel in 2 rooms. And in mid-February, we moved to Beersheba. And we're there ever since, and I want to come home.